reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. It's your first time watching me on this channel. You are highly welcome. This is a place where the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about the difference between African spirituality and what we know as hereditary witchcraft or witchcraft in African spirituality. As I have told you in earlier videos before, our definition of witchcraft in Africa is totally different from the Western definition of that word witchcraft. In the Western world, when they say somebody is a witch or somebody practice witchcraft, it simply means that that person is a pagan, as in that person studies herbs or how to use crystals or elements, how to read energy, Reiki, or anything that is pertaining to supernatural or spiritual. That person can just be a yoga practitioner or a Wiccan. These people we call Wiccan that try to live, or those white people that try to practice their own form of living in harmony with the earth, and how to do Western traditional medicine. They call those people witch or witches, in the Western definition of the word. Okay, in Africa, when we say somebody is a witch, it normally comes with a evil or wicked connotation. It means that that person uses knowledge of spiritual knowledge to practice to do evil, usually to retard progress or to create chaos and destruction, misery, sorrow, sadness. So in this channel, we always, when we use that term, witches or wizard, we use it in that African definition, not in the Western definition, because we are not Western people, and our own interpretation of that word is deeper, and it have a negative connotation in our own belief system. Yeah. So our way of doing it here, of talking about the subject, is different from the Western way. Okay. So what I'll be talking about today is the difference between African spirituality and this so-called witchcraft, for the reasons that a lot of people, especially new people, they don't really understand African spirituality that much. And when you mention African spirituality, all this negative connotation comes to mind due to the fact that many times there have been sort of poisons, or there have been people that have spread evil or backward limited understanding about the subject. So when you mention this word, all sort of negative connotations comes to their mind. And the truth is that this kind of mentality have been permeated by uh, the advent of Nigerian Nollywood industry, where there seems to want to make everything about African spirituality negative, so that people will run away from it. This is as a result of the uh, Christian uh, situation in Africa, whereby Christianity aims to demonize or destroy every other aspect of spirituality in the world. So when it comes to African spirituality, they try their best to demonize it by bringing or emphasizing or portraying the negative aspects of it as the old story, so that when people hear about it, they don't want to know anything further. They just see only the evil aspect. And you see this in the kind of movies that they act in Nollywood. It's all about demonizing African spirituality and promoting or advocating the power of Jesus in every situation, whereby we see people coming to art movies to disparage or to make their own culture inferior. Then at the end of the day, they promote Jesus Christ as the Savior, as the Messiah. And so when people watch these movies, they feel that African spirituality is the study of the practice of venerating evil spirits and stuff like that. And it's not so. The truth is that African spirituality is all about the study of spiritual system of African people, and the cosmology, the philosophy, the ideology, the outlook of the African people, what the African people think about God, what the concept of God, how the African people interact with their elements of nature that they have in their locality, on their environment, and to make that connection with divinity. This is simply the study of African spirituality, the worldview of the African people, based on the what they understand about the universe. It involves their cultural interactions, it involves their customs, their tradition, and most especially their history, their historical footprints from time immemorial. All these things encompass African spirituality. Okay, every spiritual study in the world composed of at least 50% history of the people and what they believe in and how that belief or that history have shaped their experience of the outside world. When you look at the Bible, for instance, the Bible is simply a compilation of the history of the Jewish people, the so-called Jewish people, how they have been going around, how they claim that how their origin came, that in their beginning that they came from the lineage of Adam and Eve, and that God created Adam and Eve, and then they have two sons, Cain and Abel, and I don't know how these sons managed to find wives if they are the only two people on the world to get babies. Maybe the two sons slept with their mothers to produce more children, but the Bible was not really clear about how they were able to multiply. And this is basically their own origin of how they came into this world to where they now start fighting their so-called neighbors who were not from their lineage, and they claim that they were the only two people. So how did people like the Edomites or Palestinians or so-called Philistines and Amalekites, where do those people come from? That their God was always ordering them to kill and steal their properties in the Bible. So those people probably have their own history from another lineage, and the Bible is not just a complete story. Many places are missing, or it was a total fabrication. So you see this portion of their history that translates to how they were having divinity coming in, some spirits from heaven coming to help them, Yahweh and Elohim and Emmanuel and all those other crazy names from the Jewish law. That's their history. Okay, if you check Islam, you see about the history of Muhammad, how he founded the religion, how he went to Mecca, how he started reading and forcing people to convert into Islam, how Islam came into Africa, all those stories. It's like composed of the history and their belief system. You check Hinduism, it is the same thing. You check Buddhism, it is the same thing. In African spirituality, you must know about our history as well for you to appreciate it. You cannot really practice African spirituality without knowing about African history. I have said this many, many times on this channel. A lot of people want to practice African spirituality, but they don't want to know about the history. Your practice will be very, very limited. At best, you're going to know how to do a few spells. You may be a root worker, but your practice will not be solid because you have no knowledge to your history. Nothing is connecting you back to your bloodline, to your lineage, to the earth, to your people. You must fuse in. You must completely fuse into the culture. So history is very important. We cannot jump away. We cannot cut this step. We cannot separate it. Okay, it's very, very important. When you can only practice African spirituality in totality when you know about your history. That's why I always emphasize it, and that's why I always teach it. Okay, so when you have this knowledge, the history, the sciences, and you start doing the metaphysics and it's very easy for you to flow. African spirituality becomes a way of life. Everything is easy, no stress. You just live your life as an African, just the way a Chinese person is living their life as a Chinese person, or an India person is living their life as an India person. You too will start living your life, and you will understand what is going on, and you will better appreciate the continent for what it is, and you will now start seeing value in yourself, and you now dedicate your life to not only seeing value but giving value, living the life that you're supposed to live by making yourself useful, by actively contributing to the advancement, development, unity, peace, and and progress to the community. But when these things are missing, especially the historical aspects, you see these people, that is the kind of people we call dabblers. Yeah, just like a dabbler. You want to get something, don't just try to find one or two spells to get you going for the next 1 week or 1 month, and you're not really committed. You can never be fully committed, and your practice will be limited. So this will naturally affect your progress, and it will affect your spiritual development and essentially your evolution. Now, when we say witchcraft, hereditary witchcraft, what is this? This is a situation whereby people we come, they are a group of people that are from time immemorial. They practice some form of spirituality, but what they are aligned to is the negative aspects of that African spirituality that they practice. Maybe the family kind of in the past have made contact with entity that is not very friendly. It can be a parasitic entity, it can be an evil entity, but whatever those kind of entities are, they are not really good. They don't have the full interest of humanity at their heart or at their core. Or maybe these deities may just be natural deities, but these people have transformed, or they have turned something, they have converted something that is supposed to be good or supposed to be for benefit of everybody to only for themselves. So we have this kind of families that center their own family orientation in a negative way. They normally form communities, and this is a lineage whereby they are dedicated to following or venerating a negative entity or a parasitic deity. And as a result of this entity is responsible for retarding progress in this life. So what they will do is that they will be initiating people, their family members, into this belief system, into this orientation that this is their heritage. And what they do is that they use it to do evil. They use it to retard progress. They use it to destroy. They use it to cause problems in anywhere they have. So you see these families in the world today, and you're going to find some of them in Africa. And what they do is that they just live life. Most times, we appear that they are poor, vulnerable, and they will be very religious at the same time. And they are all members of these covens. We call it covens. So what they do is that they go in the astral plane. They use their spirit body to attend these places or these their meetings, and then they plot how to retard progress. This retardation of progress will be by taking things that is supposed to make people happy, taking people's joy, taking people's happiness, and just causing problems in their life. So these people, what they do is that they get happy when they do these evil acts. They see themselves as evil seeds of nature, and they believe that it's their purpose to bring a lot of negativity into the heads. So this is why they exist, because the deity or whatever their principle they are venerating is responsible for bringing negativity, and they see themselves as descendants or connected to this negative spectrum of reality. They see themselves, they see destruction as their own form of creation. So this is a very vast way of looking at things, and it spans from the short-sightedness of selfishness, of greed, of envy, of jealousy, of the lower aspects of humanity. And this is what these people venerate. The deities that they venerate are in charge of those lower aspects of humanity. So they see evil as good, they see darkness as light, they see wickedness as good. So what these people practice is wickedness. So they go against nature by blocking progress. If it's possible for them to even block the sun, that nobody should benefit from the sunlight, they will do it. Anything that will bring progress, that will bring happiness, they are against it. Anything that will bring unity, that will bring prosperity, they are against it. They don't want it. So based on that, due to their extreme or adverse or hatred for anything good, then themselves are not going to get anything good in this physical life. because deep down, they don't want it for anybody. They don't want it. If you giving them 50,000 naira will benefit everybody around them, they will tell you, don't give me that money. Simply because they don't want people around them to be happy or to benefit. These are the people that you cannot get any good thing through them. They have closed themselves to anything good. Anything good, you can never get it from them. These are agents of wickedness. So these are the people we call them witches and wizards. So they have their own coven, they have their group their own courts, their own organizations. And this is, I will not call it part of African spirituality, because what these people practice is not African spirituality. What these people practice is wickedness. It is of evil. It is the retardation of prosperity. It is the destruction of good things in this life. So you're going to find these people in the world. In Africa, you're going to find them in Nigeria. Some of them are members of your family. They are in every family, actually. These are evil seeds that you're going to find in nature. We have both good seeds. We have evil seeds. So these people have accepted the coin of evil. They have decided to be Judas, to be enemy of nature, to be anti-life, to be enemy of anything that is good. And then you see these people in your family. They will be very religious most times. They go to church 6 times a week. And they pretend that they are waiting on Jesus. And based on their love for Jesus, they cannot help their fellow man. They cannot do anything good to bring happiness to the world. And these people, most times, they are always begging. When they see that you are doing good, that your own life is to help people, your destiny, you're trying to help people, remove people from poverty, from make life easy for people, that will come pretending that they are vulnerable. And when you take them close to you to try to help them, they will not start attacking you. So we have seen these cases in many families whereby you see family members coming to you, they want to stay with you, they need help, they need assistance, and you start helping them, and they start draining your resources, the helps never ends. And instead of you using those resources to do good things in life, you now start giving it to them. This is the witches and wizards that you're going to find in the family. Most times they have this hereditary witchcraft. Anywhere they are the ones causing problems in the workplace, in the school. How you know these people is that they are always like a drama queen or drama kings. They must have issues. They never run out of issues. They will always be the one causing problems in everywhere they are. They will always be the one that is like a problem person that is always causing issues, so that taking away the peace always come with the problems. No matter how you solve, their problem never ends. They will be struggling in life, but in the witchcraft, there will be rich people. Any good thing they have, they only have it there. And what they do is that they take the good things from this life and they take it to the witchcraft to go and brag that this is the things that I have been able to stop this thing and stop this and that and that and that. And they use it to form big boys and big girls in their coven. Meanwhile, they will be suffering here. You will see these people that will have children. The children are usually good for nothing. No progress in the life. They have changed the progress of the children to using it in the coven. All the children will be dull, they will be poor, they will be struggling, and these people will, at the same time, they will be going praying to Jesus Christ, and they are just serious witches and wizards. And some of them are rich, not all of them are poor. We have some witches and wizards that are governors, that some of them are even presidents. They are very rich in uh, in wealth in this physical world. But one thing you will find with these people is that they don't do anything good with their wealth. They use the wealth to do evil. The ones that are rich, they usually steal this money from other people, money that is meant for progress, for developing their economy, developing their city, their community, for bringing light, electricity, and building schools, hospitals, doing road projects. Instead of them to bring happiness to the life of these people, they are going to take this money and rather put this money in a septic tank and let it just rotting, or they will rather embezzle this money and give it away to people that uh, to give it to other people, send it abroad, put in accounts, and just let somebody else eat the money down for them to bring happiness to their people. We have them as governors. A lot of them are in Nigeria. These are people that are men and women that have decided to go and join witchcraft covens because they want to be wealthy. Some of them have decided to join evil secret societies or ritual secret societies where they are required to do human sacrifice, to kill their family members to make money, or to be doing different kind of evil in the world to move forward. So when they join these societies, they do these evil spells. The money that they have, due to the fact that they get it in an evil way from an evil source, they really cannot use that money for anything good. They can't give you that money to start a business. If they want to give you that money, they must do something evil to you. They must take something precious from you, rather. So we have these cases whereby most of these rich men in Nigeria, what they do, they get the money, they start sleeping with people's wife. They don't do anything good. Anywhere they see happiness, they want to destroy it. They just spread evil all over the world. Anywhere they are, they go to somewhere. Instead of bringing unity, they will use that money to cause problem. They will use the money to cause fight. They will use the money to just be doing evil. We have these people. So lots of perfect example is somebody like Puff Daddy. When we see Puff Daddy, we all thought he was a very good person, but now the chickens are hard to roast. What Puff Daddy was doing, he was using his money and power to create evil in the world. When people come to it, he gets new people and promises them to make them big and famous. At the end of the day, what does it do? It uses its influence to spread evil by planting evil seeds or negative spirits in these people in a very, very perverse and abominable act by totally degrading, humiliating, and trying to destroy the spiritual essence of these people. So this is what Puff Daddy have been doing for years. We can say Puff Daddy is a winch because what he does is what evil people do. He uses his words to create evil. He's not using, you will not see him do any charity work trying to support Pan-Africanism. We don't see them using their wealth to really help black people, to put black people in a positive life. They claim, yes, they have money. What they do is to use their wealth to make people feel inferior, to make people feel depressed, giving the impression that they are higher than you and they are bigger than you. They don't really have time. They are enjoying themselves, and they just give the impression that when you look at this person, you want to feel like, oh, you want to be like him. They want to entrap you with that wealth and make you do all sort of nonsense, any kind of evil thing to become wealthy. They use their wealth to insult and humiliate people. This is the way this kind of evil winches they do. They can never say, okay, they want to raise people positively in the family. They want to help people. They want to see other people grow. Before you come to them for anything, they make that they want to do something evil to you before they help you. A lot of men today, you go to see them in Nigeria, before they want to give a lady work, they want to sleep with a woman. And all the kind of things is not good. These are people that have evil money, or they are witches or wizards, and they use the money to do evil. This is how you know them. You will see somebody that is a big man in his village or a governor. His state is totally underdeveloped. There is no good hospitals in his state. There's no good schools. There's nothing working, and this man have all the money and all the capacity to change the future and the destiny. Even if he can still embezzle some money, he will still embezzle and he can still do something good. But for whatever reason, this person will refuse to do anything good for the people. This is how you know this person is a winch, because they don't like good things. They don't want people to be happy. Their aim is to retard progress. Their mission is to retard progress and to create as much sorrow, misery, pain, and destruction as much as possible. So they can't use this money to do anything good for the people to benefit. So this is how you know them. So what these people practice is evil witchcraft, and at the same time they give this kind of This pass this witchcraft to their children. Their children is the same thing. Go to the next generation, to the next generation, and then you find this. So this is not African spirituality. Some of these people will want to hide under the banner of Africa. It is not African spirituality. This what these people practice is plain old wickedness and evil, and it should be very, very separate and clear. That is not African spirituality. African spirituality is actually bringing awareness, enlightenment, empowerment, illumination to people, development. When you see people that practice real African spirituality, you will know them. When you see, you can take examples from people like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, uh, good people like this, Martin Luther King, people that have values, people like Fela Nicola Bokuti, that always represent truth and justice and righteousness. So many of these people, Kwame Nkrumah, Theophilus Ogbenga, and so many of them are examples in the world that you can actually see this inside them. Okay, it is not talking the talk, and you have to walk the walk. You have to do it, and you have to show results. People need to see the positive things you are doing impacting. Not that you see some people claiming that they are big shots in society, they are big men, and that they have money, have wealth. They are not using the wealth to help people. They are not using the wealth to liberate anybody. They are just flexing, organizing parties, buying expensive things, buying cars every day, and then want you to be clapping for them. What these people are doing is that they are just showing off and trying to uh, impress other people that they have wealth. Real wealth is a capacity to change destiny of people, to empower people. That is real wealth. If you're having wealth, you are not doing this with your wealth. You are not trying to advance or make the world a better place. Your wealth is as good as useless. Your wealth will now become a negative thing to negative energy for you. Okay. So when you have this kind of wealth, you don't use it, then what is the purpose of getting it, or what is the point of getting it? It's either you're getting it or you don't know how to use it, which is a minus, or you're using it to do evil, or buying things that are not necessary, using it to oppress other people, to arrest people, put them in prison, intimidate people, and to take people's property, take people's land, people's house and cars, take people's wife. That kind of wealth is not a good wealth, it's a witchcraft wealth. And we see this a lot in the world today, especially in Christianity, where these men of dogs have people to pay tithe to them, that they are giving money to God. At the end of the day, they take this money, they use it to build very expensive schools and universities, and their members cannot even send their children to attend those schools. This is wickedness. When you take money from everybody, the rich and the poor, then you build schools that the poor people cannot attend. You say that it is God that say you should do it like this. You buy private jets. The poor people cannot enter that private jet. You are using it for yourself. You say you are doing the work of God. You buy the expensive cars. You're using it for yourself. You say you are doing the work of God. You are not working for God. You are working for yourself. You are just deceiving the people by stealing from them in the name of God. This itself is witchcraft. This itself is evil. When you steal money from people in the name of God and you use it for yourself, you use it to enrich yourself and your family. Most of your members, they are not actually succeeding in life. And the ones that are copying you, they are also doing the same thing, stealing to enrich themselves and say that it is the glory of God that is upon them. No, it is stealing. Stealing from other people has nothing to do with the glory of God. This is stealing. Whether you steal in the church or you steal in government house, you steal on the street, you are all the same thieves. Okay, it is the same Yahoo. The pastors, they are all doing Yahoo, selling God to people, selling eternal life, selling heaven, a product you're not going to see until you die. This is Yahoo, no different from Yahoo boys that promise to give you a product or a business deal, and they take your money, you don't see it. It's Yahoo. If Nigeria is a working country, many of our pastors will be in prison, but it is not. It's a scam country. So all this is witchcraft. And witchcraft, or spirituality of witchcraft, takes and does not give. It retards progress. It finds a way to steal from people. When you take from people without giving value for what you are taking, This is a witchcraft in itself. So not everybody that flies in the night is a winch. We have many physical winches in the world today. When you use your pen to write or to inflate contracts or to change people's destiny, they give you projects for to do a road, you refuse to do the road, you refuse to build the hospital, you refuse to build the school. You are a winch and a wizard because you are retarding progress. This is what winches do in their coven. Okay, what you are doing, you are deploying a spiritual attack on the community. You are deploying a spiritual attack on your own people. When government give you money to build roads to improve the life of people, to build hospitals to improve the life of people, to build schools to improve the life, you refuse to build it. You take that money, you steal it, you give to a quack contractor or you contract it to yourself and you steal it, and the project does not see the life of the day. You are a winch and you are a wizard. Okay, this is no difference from what they do in the coven to retard progress. What you have done, you have deployed a spiritual attack on your own community, and you have succeeded by retarding progress. Instead of bringing light, you are not bringing sorrow, you are not bringing backwardness, you are not bringing pain, you are not bringing misery. And this is what winches and wizards do. Okay, you see many people in Africa, they are running to abroad. Why are they running to UK, running to Europe? Because Europe, they don't behave like this. Europe, their own evil is to use it against outside people. They don't do it against themselves. When they want to do evil, they look for people outside their community. They come to Africa to steal and kill. And then they take the money from Africa and then they use it to develop their community to make sure that they live comfortable. This is the way they think because they don't hurt themselves. They have obligation to their own future, and they have self-respect for their own offspring. So that's why you see that they are always progressing in their community. But African people, they lack self-respect for their people due to disunity, due to envy, hate, and jealousy, petty jealousy. I don't want him to be better than me. I don't let everything scatter. This kind of low mentality, or am I the one to build an hospital for them? Am I the one to do a road for them? Am I the one to do a road for them? Because you are responsible to your people. If you are blessed to be in a opportunity to help your people, if you are blessed to be in a opportunity to help your people, you are giving that platform to help people. You have been opportunity to become a governor, president, or something. You refuse to help the people. That means you are now become an enemy to those people. You are giving that platform to help people. Fulfill your obligation of doing anything. Okay, if people before you refuse to do anything good, these are the things that we need to look at for one of bringing progress. This is our traits of people that have witchcraft spirits in them. They are usually enemy of progress. They are enemy of prosperity. They are also enemy of nature. They are usually anti-nature people. Their aim is to destroy the kind of people in the world today. Some of them are very rich. Some of them are very, very poor. But by their fruits, we shall know them. By the kind of things that they do. A lot of them lie a lot, promise many things that they try to give this facade that they are good people doing so many good things, happening that, but what they are doing is actually promoting evil and encouraging evil. Some of them, they use their music to encourage evil, to encourage imbalance. You're going to see many of these musicians, the kind of song that they sing is not good songs. They always encourage promiscuity, encourage drug abuse, drug addiction. They try to make it very cool that it's cool to always get high every day, to always be in a state of To get drunk every day is cool. To kill people, to become a gangster, killing their fellow men, to be maltreating women, degrading women, calling women the B word, or bitches and hoes, and all kind of bad word, the N word, they use it freely. What they do, the songs that they sing is not promoting any positive value in the world. When you have this kind of musicians that sing about doing evil all day, sing about doing that, it's cool to be wicked, it's cool to double cross people, it's cool to kill people as you like. When you have this kind of musicians, just know that these are witches and wizards that do all these things. A good human being will not be encouraging people to be killing other people or encouraging people to become drug addicts. A good human being will not be encouraging our antisocial lifestyle, encouraging our gay lifestyle, anti-sexual lifestyle, insulting. It's not cool to do all these things in real life. It's not cool. It's not cool. These are the kind of things some of our musicians sing about. You don't want them to come to your house. You don't want them to be friends with your children. If your children listen to these lyrics, your children are going to end up dead or going to end up useless. And yet you see people celebrate these musicians. People calling themselves bad boy, or taking drugs every day, or flying and just sleeping with different women continuously every day. That this is the life they are living at their school, or doing this kind of things. This kind of things that if you these people do this thing to you, you're not going to be happy. If they do it to your daughter or to your son, you're not going to be happy. So we should learn to focus on people that are really doing the good work, and we should promote those people, not the people encouraging evil or antisocial behaviors and committing encouraging criminal behaviors. This is not cool things to do. We should not make evil cool. Politicians that are stealing our natural resources, we cannot talk the truth about them. All these people are not cool people. We should not clap for them when we see them. Okay, we must call a spade a spade. Okay, whether the person from Africa or not is from your tribe and is a bad person, you should be able to say the truth to correct all these kind of things. If we don't say the truth, we cannot correct them. And if we don't correct them, we cannot improve life. So the kind of things we do, the kind of music we hear, we support, the kind of movies, the kind of artists, the kind of people, we should be conscious of all these things, how they affect us. Okay, silence is consent. What you allow to flourish will grow, and people will pick on this thing, and new children coming up will think that it's okay to be doing all these things. It is accepted, it is normal, and then they will start copying these evil people, and they start behaving like them, and we have a worst or bad society that is we just cannot live inside anymore because we allow evil to flourish. So it is our responsibility to identify all these traits and try to stop them, try to limit them, try to regulate them in any capacity we can be able to. If we allow them to flourish, it will destroy our society and it will destroy our families. So we must find a way to be stopping all those things by speaking against it, condemning them, and standing up for things that are good. So we are all responsible. We all have this obligation, especially when it comes to African spirituality. A lot of people will come that they want to practice or be asking, they want to get initiated into witchcraft. I tell them I don't practice witchcraft. I am not a witch and I am not a member of this witchcraft covens. So I don't do that here. A lot of them believe that if they join a witchcraft coven, they will become rich. Joining a witchcraft coven does not guarantee that you become rich, but it guarantees you set that you are going to be in bondage because they will make sure that you must conform to the rules and regulation to that their society. So you joining the witchcraft coven will not make you a rich person. Rather, it will limit your freedom and it will involve you even putting your own family and your life at risk by trying to meet their demands. They might ask you to submit family members for sacrifice, which now you now have to do. They start taking things from you. The little good thing you have before, they will not be taking them, telling you to bring your children to do rituals for prosperity, and you are going to be doing all this kind. This is rubbish and this is evil. So we go and be thinking of we want to join a witchcraft coven because of power. You will not necessarily, you may get the power, but what you will lose is more than that power. You can get the power, but you cannot use it to make money. So what is the point? Where you can see vision, you can see into people's life, you can know, but you cannot help them. What is the point where you cannot use the so-called power that you claim you have to bring happiness and prosperity into your life? What is the point? So before you go and think of joining those kind of organizations or association, think very well so that you don't go and put yourself in bondage. A lot of people that have joined thinking that we have wealth, they are in bondage, they are still in poverty till today. They have not gotten any money. I know people that have been witches and wizards for years. They are suffering. Many of them cannot even have a car. They don't even have, they're still trekking all over the place. They are suffering, real suffering. And they are witches and wizards. So what is the benefit of that power when you cannot bring prosperity to your life in this physical world? Doesn't make sense for me. That is stupidity. And that is backwardness. People that does not live good life, you think they will allow you to live good life. They're not going to let you live good life. So this is what they are. They are just envious, jealous people, and this is what they will continue to be. So before you think of joining those kind of things, you better think twice. And life is supposed to for you to have experience. You are not supposed to know everything in life. You are not supposed to get all the answers. You are supposed to work towards it. If you have the power to know what will happen tomorrow or in the next tomorrow, life will be a very boring place for you because you will not have any challenge as well. If we all know what will happen tomorrow, what will happen in our future, we will not be here. So there's no point also learning, there's no point experiencing, there's no point learning anything new because we already know what will happen. So life will be the most boring place that there's no point of us living. So we are not supposed to know. I don't know what will happen tomorrow in the world. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Okay? So you have to see life like this. If you have all the answers, then what is the point of going to write the exam? We are here to learn to interact in that learning experience. That is how we become mature. That is how we live life. So if you know everything that will happen to you, then you don't have any point of living. Nothing is going to interest you anymore. Trust me, that is what will happen. So you should remove that mind that you want to have power to know, you want to join. You are not here to know, you are here to discover. And this is what brings the unity, brings the drama, the sorrow, the victories, the experience, the success, everything, the discovering that we are rediscovering ourselves, rediscovering our spirituality, rediscovering, learning about life. This is what makes the world works. So this is what we should focus on, the discovery process. So by looking for something to know, we destroy the whole process, we take the fun out of the process. So this is the way I see it, whole topic. So I don't know about you. So this is where I will stop today, and I hope that I've been able to make this very clear on this topic, the difference between African spirituality and witchcraft, the benefits and the advantage and disadvantage. So questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, close the subscribe button so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And of course, if you have not gotten my book, this new book is going to help you a lot. This is a book called Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. For those people that want to know about the Kemetic deities, how to get in touch with the Kemetic deities, you need to get this book. It's a very good book, and it will help you. Okay. Then, if you want to know about quantum physics and African spirituality, you want to know about quantum physics from a pure Afrocentric perspective, this book takes out all the noise and give you the raw facts. It's a very powerful book that have a lot of details, a lot of evidence, scientific, etymological, and historical evidence to show you the validity, authenticity, and originality of African spirituality. You can also get this one. It will open your eyes and it will bring you up to date and speed with what is happening. Then, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods, very, very important book for people that want to increase their capacity on how to do spells, how to change many things, how to push their will into physical reality, and to bring manifestation, to help, to heal, to spell for love, protection, prosperity, development. Everything is here. So you can get any of these books and it will help you a lot. Then if you want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do that. Yes, somebody was saying something about divination. Divination will help you from case, but it will help you in specific cases. You cannot know everything. If you want to know about a particular situation, yes, you can do divination, but you cannot be asking questions about everything in every aspect of your life. It's impossible. But specific areas of your life, you can do divination. We do it for that. We can know some things about specific issue, but not every issue you can know about. It's impossible. The spirit will not tell you everything. You are here to learn and to discover. But certain important issues, you can find that information to know how to move forward. It's the same thing as consultation, seeking advice for somebody that's an expert or somebody that know more to give you the best advice on that particular situation. But every other situation, you have to solve the problem by yourself. Okay, so consultations are allowed, divinations is allowed for specific situations. Okay, so this is what I have to say today. If you also want to learn African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach this subject very, very clearly, from the history to the sciences to the metaphysics and to the making contact with the deities. Everything we learn about this process here. So apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.